Eurobox presents The Book of Mayhem, written by Hewman. Prepare to step into a world where ancient forces and human destinies intertwine in Hewman's The Book of Mayhem. It's a gripping fantasy novel that blurs the line between myth and reality. With rich world building, an intricate narrative, and a cast of mysterious figures who operate in the shadows of fate, this book is a must-read for lovers of dark fantasy, magical intrigue, and philosophical storytelling. Let's now meet the author, who's our special guest today to give us an insight on the book. So, welcome and thank you for accepting our invitation.
It's fun being here.
So, we said your novel presents cosmic forces like entropy, like time, like luck, as if they were active participants in the story. What inspired you to personify these abstract concepts?
I guess I thought about mythology and gods and what they represent. There's lots of stories I've read before. There's I guess, Discworld, if you know it, where death and war and all of them were things with thoughts in their head. And I just thought about what if life itself was looking at itself, like entropy sits next to decay. That was a poem I wrote that kind of started the story. It wasn't a story. It started off just as a poem, and it became something.
Let's talk about Fable. Fable is an intriguing protagonist caught between powerful entities. Tell us more about his character development. How does he evolve throughout the book?
Well, he's a person who I felt like I don't know perfectly because a lot happened before the story that made him. And after that, what I got to see when I wrote the story was I got to see him diving into insanity. His world was tearing him apart as he saw things that no one should see. And it started to change him. He's the character that changed the most as I wrote the story. He's the one that sort of, like as you see the world change and you see mayhem come about, you see that happen to him as well. And I guess I don't know what I wanted. Maybe I just saw him being torn apart, and that's what I wrote.
But it's very interesting. Also, the title itself suggests like chaos, like unpredictability. Without giving too much away, how does the theme of mayhem shape the course of the story?
Well, it starts off when there's what seems to be order, and it seems to be normal living life. And life isn't something that we talk about completely. And there is chaos in life. It's natural to have mayhem in life. But when you introduce it as pure, in its pure form, it becomes just, I guess, it destroys our humanity, it destroys our society. And that's exactly what I got to write in the book, was I destroyed society.
What did people tell you about this book? I mean, those who have had the opportunity to read it already, of course.
I never shared it with a lot of people. I didn't want to. It was for me. I didn't write this to share with anybody. I wrote it because I was enjoying the process of just putting it on paper. I was afraid, actually. I am still afraid to share it. I've sent it to my mother, and I don't know what she said yet. One of my friends, they didn't get very far. One of my friends I sent it to said it was one of his favorites he's read. And I was like, that's really, thank you. But I didn't really get very many people's opinions when I wrote this.
And now that you are a published author, what would you say to your readers?
Magic is real, and the words you say are magic.
Well, thank you very much. We wish you best luck with your book, and we hope to read something more in the future.
I'm writing and it's fun.
With a style reminiscent of Neil Gaiman's American Gods and China Miéville's dark, surreal fantasy, the Book of Mayhem is a thought-provoking, immersive experience that challenges readers to question fate, power, and the unseen forces that shape our lives. For those who enjoy deep lore, physical undertones, and a touch of cosmic unknown, this novel delivers a thrilling ride into the art of chaos itself. The Book of Mayhem, written by A. Hewman, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobox.